Tonight we're doing something a little bit different. I want to keep this video short and packed of information without talking too much. I've never ran anything other than the factory electronic system for the felony or infraction platform, and I love it to death. I wouldn't change anything about it. I tried running the Spectrum 160 with the 1250, which is the 1/5 Creighton setup. I ran it on 6S. I really didn't like it. I ran it on a 27 tooth pinion and I kind of didn't like it. It was cogging, the reaction time was slow, and it just didn't have the response time as the factory ESC combo for the Felony. I'm being honest, it seems like the processing and reaction time for the 6S speed control is like the way it computes commands is a lot faster and more thorough than the 8S. But you can only tell that if you're bashing and if you're on 6S. If you're on 8S, you have so much power, you may or may not notice unless somebody brought it to your attention. And if you're doing speed runs, you'll never notice it because you're just hauling ass. So I like drifting, bashing if you want. I try to not crash my car. Bashing sounds like crashing to me. So I just like tactical driving. So I want response time, I want agility, I want runtime, I want low temps. So this is why I am giving this Mamba Monster X and the 1650 a try. So now I am running on the same 16 tooth pinion gear. That's just chewed up. I am running on the same stock pinion gear. I'm not running the speed gear, which by the way, they didn't fit. The 16 fit very tight. My 17 and my 27, they didn't want to go on there. So I had to order a actual Castle brand pinion gear because I know that's going to fit the motor. There's a lot of discrepancy between the shaft size with the 1650 Castle and the Spectrum motors. So we'll see how that runs. I'll do another video when my 21 tooth comes in. That's what I ordered. So listen to this. I don't know if I can do this without screwing something up. So this already sounds faster. This already sounds faster. You can see how much trigger I'm giving it. I'm running on 6S, it's the same pinion gear, and I feel that it's going to be faster. I know it's going to have more power. It's a 1650 compared to a 2050. I know it's going to have more power. Let's find out. Let's see what happens. I am planning on running this. I am planning on running it on 21 teeth, which is going to put me exactly where I was with the factory setup. So the factory 2050 kV motor with a 16 tooth pinion is the same as the 1650 kV motor with a 21 tooth pinion. It puts me right back where I was. So when that pinion gear comes in, I am going to be doing the same speeds, but I'm going to have more torque. I'm going to have more torque, more power. And to be honest with you, I might even have higher speeds, and I'll tell you why. Now, I have the gear ratio app on my phone, and when I put all the correct specifications in to figure out what's happening with the Felony, I put the tire diameter, right? Put the tire diameter into the app. I put the motor KV, the spur, the pinion, the transmission rollout ratio, which is how many turns does the spur gear do before your wheel does one full rotation. Okay, so all those variables, you know, your KV, let this pass. You put your KV in there and everything, and It tells me, as a matter of fact, it tells me, what does it tell me? 60, shoot. It tells me, like 73 or 75 miles an hour. It's like 73 miles an hour. But in reality, the car does 60. So the numbers that the app gives you, that's on paper, right? And then when you consider the weight, the entire weight of the vehicle, and you have drag, you have resistance, all those things, you lose a little bit of top end, right? And when I do the gear math with the 27 tooth pinion gear, which allows this to do 80, some people do 100 with bigger batteries and on perfect conditions, it shows me 115. So on paper, this has to do 115 miles an hour in order to do 80 miles an hour on the ground physically. So being that a 1650 has more torque than a 2050 kV motor, this is going to lose less top end when you gear it up. I would get more miles per hour per tooth than you would with a 2050, because a 2050 is going to get fatigued much earlier as you go up in teeth. It's going to get fatigued much earlier than a 1650. A 1650 might not even feel the difference of 1 or 2 tooth difference. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm running this for the first time. I ran it with my batteries that were dead. I had them on 3, my batteries were on 3.5 volts. I ran it just to test it and make sure that everything works. So this is my first time running it on a full charge with the Castle 1650 setup with the Mamba Monster X and the latest firmware, and it's censored, and I'm running the stock 16 tooth pinion. So there's the only variable is the motor and speed control. There's no other variable. Same batteries, everything. Now, let me see here. It's gonna be a little difficult for me to do. I have my phone on my iPhone on my chest, so I might not be able to get the car when it's up close. I might not get all the angles. Right away, it has the same amount of torque, but it's smoother and it's quieter. Let's see what's the slowest I can go. Yeah, I can definitely go slower than I could with the stock setup. Let's see. It does cog a little bit. I'm wondering if the censored wire is operating correctly, because I reversed those last 2 wires like I told you. My neutral is too big. I need to set my throttle forward a little bit. Whoa. So on Castle Link, I have not tailored the parameters. I haven't tailored anything. I just did the basic stuff like LiPo voltage cutoff. You know, everything on the motor is just like normal and basic and standard. So I haven't adjusted the throttle slope or the brake slope or anything like that. It's really taken a lot to get used to. It almost feels the same. It almost feels the same. The brakes, it has higher resolution and it's smoother. It's smoother. the processing and the reaction time is a lot smoother than what it is with the stock motor ESC combo. It's a lot smoother, and I have the advantage. I'm using the stock system. I'm thinking about getting another radio link receiver for it, because I like the fact that you can adjust the parameters and not have to use Castle Link all the time. But I might go on Castle Link and I might adjust a couple little things. I want my throttle acceleration to be more steep. I want the acceleration to be steeper. I don't want it to be so linear. I don't want to have to give it so much trigger. But when I get the 21 tooth, that's going to change. So I might wait. Come on. Oh, man. Another note, something else to know. Hold on. This is intimidating. My steering is slightly off. My steering is going to my left. Another note, the stock 6S speed control, the Spectrum 6S is 150 amps. And the Castle Mamba Monster X is 120, if I'm not mistaken. So I was thinking, would the 1650 run better or stronger? Maybe could you get more out of it with the 6S Spectrum ESC, because it's got higher amperage. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, one thing I do notice is I can reach half throttle easily coming up and down here, to where with the stock motor ESC combo, for me to reach half throttle was a lot more scarier than this. So it could have to be with the pinion gear, could have to be with adjusting my throttle curve. I have yet to find a place I can open up this car. I mean, I don't even have a GPS. So I don't even know if I ever would hit top speed or not without a GPS, regardless of space. I'm feeling that the stock system was faster than this, which it would be. You know, the stock system should still be faster. I'm losing like, how many miles an hour? I'm losing like 10 miles an hour at least. I'm under geared with the 16. Now let's see how much torque I have. I should have more torque, but the acceleration curve isn't as aggressive. So I'm gonna have to give it more throttle to break the tires loose and drift like I used to with the stock system. Yeah. think I like the stock system better. I mean, this motor is also ADAS capable, but I like the way it ran on 6S without having to go to ADAS. I just wanted it to be a little bit faster, or maybe a little bit more aggressive. I wanted a faster acceleration, I guess, you know? And I could have done that by going up a couple teeth, going up maybe 4 or 5 teeth, which is gonna cost money to get another pinion. But this speed control would be great for my team associated RC8E, but you know, on that buggy, this motor would be too big for that buggy. The 1650 is great for this car. It could be the pinion gear, or it could be the speed control. You know, maybe I would benefit from a motor with at least 150 amps like I was used to. I'm gonna try running this motor sensorless with the Spectrum 150 amp 6S speed control, and maybe it'll have the same characteristics with a little more torque and top speed. So, because this does cog a little bit. Look. Does it? No. No, it doesn't. It sounds like it is, but it's rolling though. There's some people over there. All right, let's see if I can get some speeds here without crashing. Let's see here. Yeah, I was able to full throttle that easily. Oh yeah, that was full throttle. Great control. I'm full throttling it now. Yeah. I could never full throttle it with the stock system. Can I full throttle this from a dead stop? Let me see. We're gonna full throttle this from a dead stop. Oh God. With the car coming. How great is that? How great is that? They don't even beep. You believe that shit? They see me looking the other way, running a hobby car, and they don't even beep. Jesus, bro. I swear. Jeez, here comes another car. My tires are going bald, so just want to check these temps. Where's my motor at? No way to feel that without taking off the body. Let's see. Let's see where these temps are. We're already at 20 minutes. Wrong time. Nothing. It's like 80 degrees. Speed control, obviously. I mean, speed control is blowing out some warm air, but it's cooler than the motor. Batteries, everything is running cooler than normal. Everything. Usually the 2050 would be twice as hot as this. Oh, I don't have telemetry. I don't have telemetry. But I got my LiPo cutoff. My LiPo cutoff on Castle Link is 3.5 volts. What about my tires? They were warmer than the floor. The floor is cold, but they're warm. You know what's weird? One of these, this one's hotter than this one. See how bald that tire is? This tire came from this side. I swapped these tires. It's like this side gets warmer. There's something going on. I don't know why this tire went completely bald on that side. That's not right. And I didn't see anything on the internet where somebody had the same problem and they knew why and they fixed it. So far, I like the stock system better than this one. And the ADAS system, I traded the Creighton ADAS system for this because I wanted that motor, and I don't feel like I want to run ADAS on the Felony anyway. I don't want to run ADAS. That's just going to break all kinds of stuff. I mean, it doesn't matter what's pushing it, you know. In order for the car to go fast, the parts are going to spin fast. It doesn't matter what you're pushing it with. So, but I just don't feel like buying more ADAS batteries if I can accomplish the same speed on 6S, you know? Because I'm not trying to go 140 miles an hour, 130. I don't need to go faster. Come on, man. I don't need to go faster than 70 miles an hour. That's good enough for me. I just want to get there faster. Come on, man. What the fuck? Jeez, come on, man. It's fucking bullshit. I hate the way these pins go in the back of this. Just run some more. I like the stock 6S system better than what I have now with the stock pinion. Of course, pinion gears make a big difference. Of course, pinion gears make a big difference. I'm gonna try this motor with the stock speed control, and then I'm also gonna try it with the 21 tooth pinion. And I want to like it with this setup. I don't want to use a different speed control for it because it defeats having censored, and then something else is gonna have a mismatched system when I want to put my electronics to something else. I want this to work because I want to put the 6S Spectrum into my my team associated buggy. Because I like that system, I like the way it works, I like the buggy. I don't want to start mixing and matching stuff because then nothing's ever going to work right. This is fast. Did this just turn by itself? I bent the rear shaft on this, the rear output shaft from the center diff. It's doing this. I don't know when that happened, but I looked at it last night. I don't know when that happened. I think I'm gonna like it with a 21 tooth. Because right now it's running really close to what I'm used to. It just lacks the top end, but it's running very close to it. I think by ramping up the throttle boost a little bit, making it a little bit more aggressive, like towards the beginning and maybe, you know, like before the last end of the throttle, just tweak it, you know? Make the throttle more aggressive and run that 21 tooth pinion on here. I think it'll be all right. I still have traction control because that has to do with the receiver. So I still have, as long as I have that receiver in this transmitter, I have steering correction. Ooh, brakes are really effing good. You saw that? Look at this. Look at these brakes. Look at that. The car, the suspension actually drops when it stops. The braking for the stock system, it wasn't that good. It was good, like it had stopping power. I don't know if I should say it had a little cogging when it's stopping, because that doesn't make any sense. But it kind of the way this factory system stops, it kind of stops like in steps, like it goes but like really close together, like that. It stops like in steps, like it, you can get my feeling. If you own one, then you know what I mean. But this stops smooth. Check it out. You hear that? Like it stops and then it stays there. Like the car actually, the suspension comes down, it stops so good. Here, let's get that. Look how good this stops. I gotta go a little faster. Oh, it turned on me. There you go. That stops really good. Wow. So if I can tweak the brakes, I can tweak the throttle. And if I get a radio link transmitter, I can tweak it even further while I'm out here driving it and playing with it. I think I want to like this system because I love the stock 6S system. I love it. I wouldn't change a thing about it. Would not change a thing about it, man. But if it's possible to have this car run even better than that, I'm all in. I'm all in. Let's see this stop again. Listen to this sound the motor makes when I'm barely tapping the throttle. It's like a really high frequency tone. No, you're not, it's not gonna pick it up. It's not gonna pick it up. Let's get some more driving. Let's drive a little more. Let's drive a little more. Everything runs cooler. I wonder how it's gonna run when it gets the 21 tooth pinion in there. I'm thinking it should run cooler than the factory system because it's a more efficient motor. I'm still thinking that, you know? Now, typically, the reason this motor is so good is because there are not a lot of motors that are 1600 kV and run good on 6S. I think that given this car the opportunity, if you just floor it and let it go, it will hit 60 still right now. That's the second